Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday. A number of years ago, before I moved to Ohio, some friends and I decided to take a road trip to Centralia, Pennsylvania, a small borough and near ghost town in southern Columbia County. This town was made famous because of an underground coal mine fire that began in 1962. Early reports indicate that the fire began when local officials decided to clean a new landfill that occupied an old strip mine pit, which led into some abandoned coal mines under the town. It was soon discovered that not all of the entrances to the underground mines were covered, and fire managed to make its way into the abandoned mines, thus setting fire to the coal deposits. After several attempts to douse the fire, either through excavation with heavy equipment or flooding the mines with water, officials abandoned all efforts to stop the fire as it continued to spread rapidly throughout the underground mines. By the early 1980s, residents began feeling effects from this fire, most notably in lower oxygen levels, increased carbon monoxide levels, and several sinkholes opening up. In 1983, Congress allocated funds for the residents to move out, and by 1990, the population of the borough was at 63, compared to just over 1,000 in 1980. In 1992, then Pennsylvania Governor Bob Casey declared eminent domain on all the land in the borough. This led to subsequent legal battles with remaining residents, who, after many attempts to overturn the law, were eventually allowed to live out the rest of their lives in the borough, at which time the state would take control of the property. I bring this up today to talk to you a bit about a local attraction in Centralia commonly known as Graffiti Highway. This former four-lane section of Pennsylvania Route 61 was abandoned and rerouted in 1993 after the underground fires began destroying it. The road wasn't always like this, as in covered in graffiti, but since my visit to this area, it has become increasingly more popular. I was willfully unaware that this particular attraction was on private property when I visited it, but as of a few days ago, the owner of the land began covering up the highway with dirt, and will eventually be planting grass and trees so as to prevent people from trespassing. I don't usually find things like this interesting, and had I known that this land was privately owned, I would have been more hesitant to visit it. Whether that was true or not when I was there, I don't know. But if I'm being completely honest, it was shocking to me when I heard that this highway was going to be covered up. Centralia remains one of the more interesting modern ghost towns to me. Eventually, as time progresses, the remaining people living there will die off and the town will be reclaimed by the state. It's estimated that the fire in the underground mines could continue to burn for another 250 years. By then, who knows what will become of the rest of the world above? By then, the Graffiti Highway will be just a fond memory, a moment in history that, just like time, passes on into the archives of our stories. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow.